My girlfriend texted, "I crashed your car. Don't be mad. My ex was driving and we were just catching up." I replied, "Is everyone safe?" Then I let my insurance company know an unauthorized driver wrecked it, when her ex got sued for $40,000 in damages. Original post: I, 29 male, got the text at 11:30 p.m. last Tuesday while I was getting ready for bed. My girlfriend Madison, 27, had borrowed my 2021 Toyota Tacoma to run errands that afternoon. We'd been together 18 months, living together for the last 6. The text: "Baby, please don't freak out. I crashed your truck. I'm okay." Derek was driving, we were just catching up over coffee, and he offered to drive back since I had a headache. He's not used to trucks, so sorry, we'll explain everything when I get home. Derek, her ex of 3 years who she swore she had zero contact with. The guy who meant nothing and was completely in the past. My reply: "Is everyone safe? Where are you?" Her: "Yes, we're fine. At the accident scene. Cops here. It's just some body damage, baby, don't worry." I sat there staring at my phone. My truck, my pristine, fully paid off truck that I'd babied for 3 years, being driven by her ex, after she lied about who she was with. The anger was there, simmering, but something else kicked in. Cold calculation. I knew exactly what I needed to do. Me: "Okay, be safe. See you when you get home." Her: "You're the best. Love you." I immediately called my insurance company's 24-hour line. The conversation was brief and educational. "Hi, I need to report an accident involving my vehicle. I was not driving." The agent walked me through the basics. Then came the key question. Who was operating the vehicle at the time of the accident? Someone named Derek. He's not on my policy. My girlfriend let him drive without my knowledge or permission. "Sir, that's an unauthorized driver. Was your girlfriend in the vehicle?" "Yes, as a passenger." "I see. We'll need the police report and full details." Just so you're aware, with an unauthorized driver, they become personally liable for damages. Your comprehensive coverage may not apply to certain aspects. Perfect. Madison got home around 1 a.m. via Uber. Walked in looking sheepish but not nearly sorry enough. She launched into her story. "Okay, so I ran into Derek at the coffee shop. Totally random. We got talking, and he suggested we catch up properly. Just as friends. Then I got this killer headache, probably from the caffeine, and he offered to drive back. He's not used to trucks and misjudged a turn and—" "You told me you were running errands," I interrupted. "I was. I just also got coffee. With your ex, who you let drive my truck." "Baby, it's not like that. We're just friends now. You're being jealous over nothing. The audacity. The audacity." "Madison, that truck isn't insured for random people to drive. You know that." She waved her hand dismissively. "Insurance will cover it. That's what it's for." "Actually, it won't. Derek's an unauthorized driver. He's personally liable for all damages." Her face paled slightly. "What do you mean?" "I mean, Derek's about to get sued by my insurance company for the full cost of repairs or replacement if it's totaled." You told them Derek was driving?" "Of course I did. I'm not committing insurance fraud for your ex-boyfriend." She stood there, mouth opening and closing like a fish. Then the anger kicked in. "How could you do that to him? It was an accident. An accident that happened because you lied to me and let your ex drive my truck. Actions meet consequences. Change it. Call them back. Say you gave permission." "No. This is going to ruin him financially." "Then maybe he shouldn't have driven a vehicle he wasn't authorized to drive." She stormed off to the bedroom. I slept on the couch. Not because she kicked me out. It was my apartment, my name on the lease, but because I needed space to think. The next morning, I got photos from the insurance adjuster. The damage was extensive. Front end crumpled, airbags deployed, frame likely bent. My beautiful truck was probably totaled. Update 1, 3 days later. Well, the drama escalated exactly as expected. First, Derek tried calling me. Blocked. Then came the texts from numbers I didn't recognize. "Hey man, this is Derek. We need to talk about the insurance thing. Madison says you're being unreasonable." Dude, seriously? I wasn't even speeding. Don't be a dick about this. I can't afford a lawsuit. Please reconsider. Ignored them all. Not my problem, not my circus. Madison, meanwhile, went into full damage control mode. But not for our relationship, for Derek. His insurance won't cover it because he wasn't driving his own car. This is going to bankrupt him. Sounds like he should have thought about that before getting behind the wheel. He's a grad student. He doesn't have money. Again, not my problem. It is your problem. I'm your girlfriend. A girlfriend who lied about where she was going and let her ex drive my truck. The insurance company moved fast. Truck was officially totaled. Market value, $38,000. Plus rental car costs while I sort out replacement, $1,800. Plus diminished value claim, $30,200. Total, $43,000. They sent Derek a lovely letter informing him of his liability. That's when Madison's family got involved. Her mother Denise called me. You need to fix this situation right now. No, that poor boy doesn't have that kind of money. That poor boy is 28 years old and made an adult decision. Madison made a mistake. You're punishing the wrong person. I'm not punishing anyone. I'm letting the legal process play out as it should. If you don't drop this, Madison's going to leave you. That's her choice. Denise hung up on me. 20 minutes later, Madison's dad, Robert, tried the man-to-man approach. Listen, buddy, I get you're upset, but destroying someone's financial future over a fender bender is extreme. It wasn't a fender bender. The truck is totaled. Insurance should handle it between themselves. Insurance is handling it. Derek's personally liable because he wasn't authorized. That's how insurance works. You could make this go away with one phone call. I could, but I won't. He called me several more colorful names before hanging up. Then came the social media campaign. Madison's sister, Ashley, posted some vague nonsense about certain people who claim to love you but destroy innocent bystanders' lives over petty jealousy. Their mutual friends started chiming in. The narrative being spun was that I was a controlling boyfriend getting revenge on Madison's friend because I was insecure. Here's what they conveniently left out. Madison and Derek dated for 3 years. They broke up just 8 months before she and I got together. She told me he was toxic and she blocked him everywhere. Yet somehow they randomly run into each other and spend hours catching up. I didn't engage with any of it. Just documented everything for potential future use. But the best part came yesterday. Madison tried a different tactic. She came home with takeout from my favorite place, wearing the dress I complimented once, acting all sweet. Baby, I've been thinking. You're right to be upset. I shouldn't have lied about meeting Derek. That was wrong. Okay. But punishing him financially isn't the answer. It's just going to create more drama for us. There is no us anymore, Madison. She froze mid-bite of her pad thai. What? You lied about where you were going. Met up with your ex. Let him drive my truck. And now you're more concerned about his financial situation than our relationship. We're done. You're breaking up with me over a car? I'm breaking up with you over lying and betrayal. The car just made it expensive for Derek. The tears started immediately. I made one mistake. No, you made multiple choices. Meeting Derek was a choice. Lying to me was a choice. Letting him drive was a choice, and defending him now? Also a choice. Where am I supposed to go? Your parents seem very involved. I'm sure they'll help. You're kicking me out? You have 30 days. That's what's legally required for month-to-month tenancy. I'll email you formal notice. She grabbed her phone and stormed to the bedroom. Could hear her sobbing on the phone with someone, probably Ashley or her mom. This morning I woke up to 27 missed calls. Not from Madison. She slept in the bedroom while I took the couch again. From Derek. Finally answered on the 28th call. What do you want from me? He was practically screaming. Nothing. I want absolutely nothing from you. The insurance company says I owe $43,000. Sounds about right. I don't have that money. Then you probably shouldn't have driven a truck you weren't insured to drive. Madison said it would be fine. Madison's not a lawyer or an insurance agent. Maybe don't take legal advice from your ex. She's not my ex. It's complicated. And there it was, the truth slipping out in frustration. Not complicated to me. She's your problem now. Enjoy the debt, both of you. Hung up and blocked his number too. Madison must have heard the conversation because she came storming out. Did he just say what I think he said? You tell me. Sounds like you two have been more than just friends catching up. It's not. We weren't. Madison, I don't care anymore. You have 29 days to find a new place. Update 2, 1 week later. The audacity continues to astound me. I genuinely thought I'd seen peak entitlement, but they keep raising the bar. Derek hired a lawyer, some ambulance chaser who sent me a letter demanding I cease and desist from malicious prosecution and retract false statements to my insurance company. Also demanded I pay for his legal fees. I forwarded it to my insurance company's legal department. They actually laughed, sent back their own letter explaining that 1. No false statements were made. 2. Derek admitted to driving the vehicle to police. 3. The police report confirms he was the operator. 4. He has no grounds for any claims against me. 5. If he continues harassment, they'll add a harassment charge to the civil suit. Meanwhile, Madison turned our apartment into a war zone. She's still here, 22 days left on the notice, but she's making it as miserable as possible. Tuesday, she accidentally clogged the toilet with too much toilet paper. Plumber cost me $200. Wednesday, she invited friends over at 2 a.m. for an emergency girls' night because she was so depressed. They were loud enough that neighbors complained. Thursday, she forgot she had the only key to the storage unit where we keep seasonal stuff and holiday decorations. Mysteriously can't find it now. Friday, she used my credit card. Yes, stupid of me, not to cancel the authorized user card immediately, to buy $600 worth of essential work clothes because you're making me homeless and I need interview outfits. Disputed the charge, removed her as authorized user. But Saturday was special. I came home from work to find Derek in my apartment, sitting on my couch, eating my food. What the hell are you doing here? Madison jumped up. I live here. I can have guests. He's not a guest. He's trespassing. Get out. Derek stood up, trying to look tough. Man, we need to talk about this insurance thing. No, we don't. Leave now or I call the cops. Just hear me out. I pulled out my phone and started dialing. He left, but not before muttering something about this not being over. Madison was furious. I have tenant rights. I can have visitors. You can have visitors. You can't have the guy you cheated on me with, who destroyed my truck in my home. Pack your stuff. The notice says 30 days. The notice can be modified if you violate reasonable terms. Having Derek here is a violation. That was apparently the nuclear button. She called her parents, who showed up an hour later with a U-Haul. Not to move her out. Oh no, but to threaten me. Robert stood in my doorway like he owned the place. You're going to drop this insurance claim. No. I'll make your life hell. Get in line. Denise tried tears again. Please, Derek's parents are threatening to cut him off. He'll have to drop out of school. Maybe he should have thought about that before he crashed my truck. It was an accident. Driving without authorization wasn't an accident. That was a choice. Ashley, the sister, arrived next, adding to the circus in my hallway. You're such a small, petty man. No wonder Madison had to find comfort elsewhere. Comfort? Is that what we're calling it? Madison turned bright red. Ashley, shut up. Too late. Cat was out of the bag. So you admit it? I said calmly. You've been cheating with Derek. We weren't. It's not cheating. We were on a break. What break? When were we on a break? In my mind, I was going to break up with you anyway. The hallway went silent. Even her family looked shocked. Then it should be easy for you to leave now, I said. You have 48 hours. Robert stepped forward. You can't just... I can if she admits to cheating, which she just did, in front of witnesses. Would you all like to stay while she packs, or should I call the police to escort you out? They left, but not without Denise shrieking about lawyers and lawsuits and how we know people. Sunday was quiet. Too quiet. Madison stayed in the bedroom, occasionally coming out for water or food, not making eye contact. Then Monday hit, and I understood why she'd been quiet. My boss called me into his office first thing. We received a concerning call about you. My stomach dropped. What kind of call? Someone claiming to be a concerned friend says you're exhibiting violent behavior at home, threatening your girlfriend and her family. That's completely false. Here's what's actually happening. I showed him the insurance claim, the police report, the text messages, everything. Thank God I'd been documenting. He reviewed it all, then sighed. I figured it was something like that. The call seemed vindictive, but I had to ask. I understand. Take the rest of the day if you need to sort this out. I went home to find Madison packing. Finally. Did you call my work? She didn't even look up. I don't know what you're talking about. Madison, if you try to mess with my job again, what? You'll ruin my life? Too late. The victim mentality was incredible. She cheated, lied, and let her ex destroy my truck, but somehow she's the wronged party. Derek texted from yet another number. My parents are involved now. Drop the claim, or they'll come after you too. I forwarded that threat to my insurance company. They added it to their file and informed me they're now pursuing additional damages for harassment. Update 3, 2 weeks later. Madison finally moved out. Took her exactly 47 hours and 59 minutes for my 48-hour deadline. She left the apartment key on the counter, along with a note, "I hope you're happy destroying lives over your fragile ego. Derek and I are together now, and we're stronger for surviving your vindictiveness. Karma will find you." Karma found them first, actually. See, Derek's parents did get involved, but not how he expected. They hired their own lawyer to review the situation. That lawyer apparently told them Derek was completely screwed, and their best bet was to negotiate a payment plan with the insurance company. But here's where it gets beautiful. Derek's parents started digging into their son's story. Turns out this wasn't Derek's first rodeo with borrowing vehicles. He'd had his license suspended 2 years ago for reckless driving. It was reinstated, but he never told Madison, or me, or my insurance company. When that came to light, my insurance company amended their lawsuit. Driving on a previously suspended license while unauthorized pushed the liability even higher. They're now seeking $52,000 including legal fees. Derek's parents' response? They cut him off completely. Not just financially, completely. His dad called me to apologize. "I'm sorry our son put you in this position. We've enabled him for too long. He's on his own for this." Madison, meanwhile, discovered that we're together now doesn't pay rent. She moved in with Derek, into his studio apartment, the one he shares with 2 roommates. Ashley posted some passive-aggressive stuff about love conquering all, and true partners stick together through hardship. That lasted exactly 5 days. Got a text from an unknown number. It was Madison's friend, Brittany, who I'd always gotten along with. "Hey, thought you should know for closure or whatever. Madison's crashing on my couch now. Derek kicked her out because she expected him to pay for everything since she's unemployed. She also found out he's been texting his other ex, Jennifer. The whole friend group is kind of done with her drama. Sorry about your truck." I thanked Brittany and wished her luck with her house guest. But the saga wasn't over. Because Derek, in his infinite wisdom, decided to try one more play. He filed a claim with his own insurance saying he was a permitted driver because Madison had authority to give permission. His insurance company contacted mine. Mine provided 1. The lease showing Madison isn't on it. 2. The vehicle registration in only my name. 3. Text messages showing I never gave permission. 4. Madison's own statement to police that she let Derek drive without asking me. Derek's insurance dropped him. Completely. Not just the claim. They dropped his coverage entirely for lying on a claim. So now Derek has $52,000 in debt to my insurance company. No car insurance, no parents, support, no degree, dropped out to work full-time to pay legal fees. No girlfriend. Madison bounced when the money dried up. Madison has no boyfriend. Derek dumped her. No apartment, can't afford one. No car, sold her 6 months ago because Derek would drive us everywhere. No friends, burned those bridges. No job, quit 2 months ago to focus on our relationship. And me? I got a check from my insurance for the full value of my truck plus rental coverage. Bought a 2023 Tacoma with better features. Insurance company is handling the lawsuit against Derek. I don't have to do anything except show up if it goes to court. It won't. Derek's trying desperately to settle. Robert Madison's dad called one last time, trying to guilt me. I hope you're satisfied. You've ruined 2 young lives over pride. I didn't ruin anything. They made choices. They're facing consequences. Derek might have to file bankruptcy. Okay. Madison's depressed. Okay, you're heartless. I'm heartless. Your daughter cheated on me, lied to me, and let her side piece destroy my property. But I'm heartless for not covering for them? He hung up. Final update. 1 month later. This will be my last update because the legal stuff is wrapping up and I need to move on with my life. Derek filed for bankruptcy. Chapter 7. The insurance company got what they could, about $3,000 from selling his gaming setup and some collectibles, and wrote off the rest. My rates didn't even go up because I wasn't at fault and they recovered something. Madison. Well, Madison learned that actions have consequences. After Brittany kicked her out for borrowing money without asking, she crawled back to Derek, who had started dating Jennifer again. That went about as well as you'd expect. According to the grapevine, Madison had a full meltdown at Derek's apartment building, screaming about how he ruined her life and owed her for choosing him over stability. Security was called. She was trespassed from the property. Last I heard, she moved back in with her parents 2 states away. Posted some cryptic social media about starting fresh and leaving toxic situations behind. The comments were hilarious. Bunch of people calling her out for being the toxic one. Derek's working 2 jobs to pay his lawyer and rebuild after bankruptcy. Saw him at a gas station last week. He saw me getting into my new truck and literally ran back to his beat-up Honda. Guess seeing the upgraded version of what he destroyed hit different. The best closure came from an unexpected source. Madison's grandmother reached out. This sweet 73-year-old lady sent me a Facebook message. "Young man, I heard what my granddaughter did to you. I'm ashamed of her and how her parents raised her. You did the right thing. Don't let anyone tell you different." She needed to learn that her actions have consequences. Maybe now she'll grow up, though I doubt it. You deserve better. P.S. Nice new truck. I saw the photos you posted. That made me smile. I'm dating again. Nothing serious yet, just coffee dates and getting to know people. Being very upfront about boundaries and expectations. The experience with Madison taught me to trust my gut and not ignore red flags. My apartment feels like mine again. Repainted, rearranged furniture, got a new TV. Even got a dash cam for the new truck. Never again will anyone drive it without written, notarized permission. Kidding. But seriously, no one drives my truck but me now. Madison's family still occasionally tries to stir up drama. Ashley posted something about men who can't handle strong, independent women last week. The irony of calling Madison independent when she couldn't even pay her own phone bill made me laugh. Looking back, the title of my original post seems almost quaint now. "Don't be mad," she said, about letting her ex drive my truck. While she was cheating, the entitlement still amazes me. But here's what I learned. Standing your ground isn't cruel, it's necessary. I didn't ruin Derek's financial future. He did when he chose to drive a vehicle he wasn't authorized to drive. I didn't ruin Madison's life. She did when she chose to lie and cheat. I just refused to shield them from consequences. My insurance company sent me a satisfaction survey. Gave them 5 stars and wrote, they turned my ex's entitlement into a life lesson. 10/10 would let them sue Derek again. The agent who called to follow up actually laughed. To anyone reading this in a similar situation, document everything. Don't cave to emotional manipulation, and never ever let anyone who's not on your insurance drive your vehicle. Trust me on that last one. Ask Derek. Or don't. He probably can't afford the phone bill to answer.